Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Welcome for some more DDO. Alright, so what is there to do? Can I even do days on Epic Elite? I'm not yet with my endgame gear.
You awake from your unexpected slumber.
At
At
least that
first,
could serve
things
as a
seem as
test.
before. You're still at Winwood Hall, and Melody is still standing beside the bed. Then you realize that Lord Arden is missing, and so are the flower and the lute you need for the ritual. Melody begins speaking in a familiar voice.
Lord Arden's true name? Of course I know it. But it's for me to know and for you to never get. Be a good adventurer and die to monsters in the wilderness, while I go make sure Lord Arden never, ever wakes up.
She cackles as she teleports away. You see creatures milling around near the gate to Winwood Hall. Then you notice that they seem different. This isn't the Feywild. You are trapped inside a dream. You approach a shadowy form that appears to be Lord Arden, reading a note with a worried expression on his face. The figure doesn't notice your presence.
I might be alright. Might. But not quite sure.
You spot movement underneath the bridge. Moving closer, you see a nasty-looking troll guarding the missing loot. Bits of troll and drops of its blood splash into the river as the battle progresses. The bits grow rapidly into new bridge trolls that join the fight. You've recovered Hearson's loot for the ritual.
I hit hard enough, at the very least. So that's something. Usually I wouldn't dare to do a pick elite for days and game quest until I am at least 29. But I seem I could be
Inside the magically
comfy.
sealed gazebo ahead floats the frosted cerise you need for the ritual. Green bears rest outside. Magical talking bears, no doubt. This is the Feywild, after all.
The wise bear and the hungry bear.
You've recovered the frosted cerise for the ritual. You've recovered both the loot and the frosted cerise. Now, where has Melody hidden Lord Arden? You notice a pillar of magical energy streaming from a distant portal. Perhaps that contains the secret.
And I think I will just sneak. Got the main
You approach the
objectives.
portal grove, and a pixie flutters into your path.
She said to make sure you didn't make it to it. I won't let you get near him. I won't let him wake up.
The pixie smirks.
You won't get past my friends and me. So long as they are alive, their devotion will sustain me eternally.
Yeah, eternally. Once again after.
A portal opens as the pixie collapses. In his last moments, he says,
You haven't won yet. You still need the true name.
you exit the portal.
Ah, yeah,
and
the
find
true
yourself
name.
in a strange, empty void. Yet that appears to be Lord Arden's resting place ahead. You Cadence the Hag. She must have been disguised as
Caution
Melody the
slimes.
Apothecary the entire time. Cadence prepares for battle.
Thrice damned adventurers never know when to quit. I should have seen that you can't trust a pixie to do a hag's work.
Cadence finishes her conjuration. Slimes emanating a frigid mist suddenly appear nearby.
You killed my sister, so I'll have to make do with these vile cauldron leftovers. I wouldn't go anywhere near them personally.
I'll be alright.
Be a dear and die for good this time.
Weakened and battered, Cadence tries
I can
to
do some
surrender.
epically
All
time
right,
over
all
there.
right. That's enough. You need what I have. So then, let's make a deal.
You've reluctantly decided to allow Cadence
And
to
until
live
level
in
28,
exchange for Lord Arden's true name. You
The
lay out
leaf
the
mill.
ingredients for the ritual and repeat the steps to reverse the curse. First, play the lute. Then, you play a brief melody on Hearsom's lute. You mash the
Well,
flower's
well.
roots into a pulp with little effort. You set a small blaze, then drop the crushed roots and Lord Arden's true name into it, completing the ritual. As the smoke rises, Lord Arden's eyes open. He springs out of the bed.
Well,
Lord
search
Arden
and
thanks you
disable
for awakening
device.
him from this curse.
If the
He
clock ring
urges you
did
to
not
speak
exist,
with him
could have
back at
been
Winwood
great.
Hall in the waking world.
Wake me up inside. Awake me up. Awake me up. Or I shall try to make you fall asleep on your toys. Oh, my beautiful. You have such beautiful ears. That one just want to caress. And I wonder, will I get to see a fate twisted chest on that one? Let's get the make believe.
A motley group of redcaps
Be a
guards the gate
believer.
ahead. It's strange that a noble of the summer court
sure
would
it'll take
retain those
28
violent,
though.
unpredictable creatures as servants.
Hop, hop, hop. No, perfectly normal chest. Well, I'm not in a strong position if I cannot attack them. That water is too deep.
This storehouse is occupied by a very energetic chest. It gapes at you with a big, toothy grin and speaks.
Approach, friends! I am Riddlelock! Come, let us talk!
6 letters. I think that's the first time that I see this riddle. Dozens. That's the word. The word I might be looking for. That's a one.
The sprawling courtyard seems deserted. A lone tower looms ahead. Lord Xavier will likely be found inside. A
Most
curious
likely.
tree stands here by itself. A single, brilliantly red apple hangs from one of its branches. With a quiver of excitement, the tree drops the apple at your feet.
Oh. Okay. I can just bluff the tree to give me the apple. I'm fine with that.
What can I do for you, Outlander? Lady White Lily has requested that you find her a snack. A frivolous request, it seems. Yet, in the Feywild, small promises may have strange consequences.
Well, she got her apple. Everybody deserves something fruity. Fruity of any
Towers at the
kind.
back of this smithy, surrounded by menacing redcaps. Your instincts tell you he won't have long to live unless you intervene.
They do sting a lot. Tries proven.
The tower is a true friend. None may a true friend may enter.
If I didn't just run down.
As you reach for the door, a swirling torrent of snowflakes envelops you. Yet, you aren't harmed. You don't even feel cold. A peculiar dog guards this door, all by itself, or so it seems.
Blinky
Latin
dogs.
guards wearing the garb of the summer court await you in this room. One of them holds up a hand to hail you.
Strangers, I would parley before we come to blows. You may step forward in safety to speak.
You are faced with an unavoidable battle with the Eladrin. You have chosen to stay your blows and spare their lives, even at the risk of your own.
Well, the risk is already taken to begin with. Does not change a whole lot. They're wincing. Good, I do have enough DCs. Open. I definitely be an
More
epic
red caps.
camper to reach
These look like
29.
they have fresh blood in their Most of these Eladrin appear to be victims of the Redcaps. Whoever has replaced Grey Moss must be desperate now. You have reached the top of the tower, where a regal Eladrin silently awaits your approach. He appears to be alone.
Zoom. Zoomy zoom.
Precious Greymoss is dead. Trust the idiot. Who told you the Prince of Frost wanted you dead? Me? Who said these Outlander notes were his tools? Yeah, me. But it was you who were supposed to die willingly on their blade as a distraction while I do Fearsome's bidding. But no, guess I just have to kill you all myself now.
I just cannot wait to get my gear.
The hag's form splits into several mirror images. You'll need to watch closely to see which one is the real threat.
No. Why? Why must all the damage come at once? Where's my freaking jib?
The hag dies, screeching to the last. After a moment, the Viscount rises to his feet and blurts.
Who was that? What's
Come
going
on, let me get.
I demand an explanation!
Well, that's a completion, at the very least. I'll be satisfied on that. Oh right, when you ETR, you also lose where you binded first. Why does it have to change? You don't have to throw me there. I wanted to be binded in the 12. Is it so hard? Let's get myself on my 2 feet. Bengar. Let's get that going. 63 DCs. Well, maybe I should not push myself all in one go. But now I do have a little fee to help me out. At the very least. Embrace. Armband. Mineral. Legendary Belt of the Ram. Treasure Hunter. Dusties. My little antipode. Fate. Delving suit. Bright sun. Smuggler. Legendary gem. Um. 193 Treads of Fate. Well, that did not turn out as expected. But I do hope the little bonus that I just got will be enough to drive me up. Hopefully. To return to the Feywild. Tigalo, Tigalo, as I'll do some slow progress. Simple XP run, although there's nothing simple. About trying to run solo. Make believe is done. The next one on the target. The Endless Ravels. Still 700 seconds on my jibber. Oh boy.
The party here is in full swing, and Cascading Springs Cottage is clearly the worse for wear for it. A harried housemaid waits on the raucous satyrs. The maid tells you why the satyrs refuse to leave. Lord Arden promised them that they could stay at Cascading Springs Cottage until their revels were over. The satyrs have no intention of ending the party.
At least got the champion out.
A satyr calls to you as you enter the courtyard.
Hello there. Welcome to our revels. There's food in the kitchen and drink, well, everywhere, including the floor, I see. Make yourself at home, and don't forget to pour one out for our dear host, to Lord Arden. May his slumbers be peaceful.
I found my disable on a 15. That's bad. Oh noes. Well, I guess for the Feywild it will be the direct hand. So I'll have
The
to
lush
take.
collection of potted plants suggests that this room is the conservatory.
I
A
will
note
take
next
them.
to the sack of seeds reads, Slakeweed. Keep away from sunlight and damp soil.
Oh, that damp soil. Red cap. The passageway first. If I can get the key. On any side. I'm not too complicated on that.
A group of partygoers dance and sway to a tune played by a very weary-looking minstrel.
Normally I'd be all up to do all optionals. But not as long as I'm under geared. And one level under leveled.
This large key is labeled Spring House. It seems someone was trying to hide it.
Keys. Oh, little keys.
It's surprising to find a large, well-stocked library in a house given over to an endless party. It's even more surprising to find a sphinx sitting in the middle of it.
Taking all of that with me.
Water gushes up from the ground in one corner of the room, forming a large pool. This must be the cascading spring the house is named after. This large barrel is marked Flash Boom Powder in large letters. In even larger letters below are the words, "Keep away from open flame." Towering weeds spring up the instant you cast the magic seeds on the ground. The twisting brambles suck up every drop of water nearby, leaving Cascading Springs dry as a bone.
They're done. Have the powder.
The careless satyr swings his torch too close to the powder keg, which explodes in a shower of sparks. The partygoers turn to scorn at the spectacle. It's a simple task to remove the sign. The satyrs are still distracted by the recent fireworks. You deftly replace the cottage sign with the sign from the library. Seething with anger, the master of the revels reluctantly agrees to leave.
A deal's a deal, it's true. Release.
Satyr warriors.
Nothing in the deal says we can't
Save failure.
shreds on our way out.
Mr. Lenny.
The revels have finally ended, and not in the way the satyrs expected.
Mythic 1. That's of tree quest. But I might have an immense problem for when I will be. Well, problems can happen anywhere. Faithful Gust.
You enter the grove the villager told you about and spot a small encampment in the distance.
Well met, travelers!
A hearty voice calls as you approach.
Are you here to help us slay the great beast? There it sits, menacingly.
The knight whispers to you.
Talk to me about a plan. I'm glad you believe me.
She tells you.
More than you'll ever know. Now, bring your courage to the fore.
You find your confidence well placed. Spindly legs rise from the dirt, and a windmill lurches forward. Creatures spring up around you, rushing to defend the windmill. The strange gemstone seems to be protecting this creature from spells and weapons. The windmill seems undaunted by your weapons and spells. The
That's
gemstone
one.
cracks, and the windmill shudders.
No, you stay there.
Another gemstone cracks, and the windmill shakes violently.
Some mobs just came out. Lady Alonso. Ah, there you are.
A creature sporting an unusual gemstone seems to be avoiding you. A gemstone cracks once more. The windmill rumbles deeply, then falls still. The magic that brought it to life.
And I'm getting a
seems to
fate
have
twisted
left it.
chest there.
Thank you, the old knight says.
Your trust in me brought us victory this day. You've earned a reward.
She continues.
But speak with me if you'd like to
Winter.
help a little further. Somehow, I feel the culprit is still nearby.
Everything winter related really likes Warforged artificers, to say the least. Oh my. What I with that wretched firefly garb? But at least it was an easy completion.
It's not clear whether this structure was meant to be a shelter, a temple, or just a decorative addition to the view.
Beautiful nightmares.
Within the distance of just a few short steps, the temperature plummets and snow covers the ground. Whatever caused this sudden change in the climate surely wasn't natural.
No, was it not? I took the wrong path, did I? No, the snow starts from there. Yeah, I did took the wrong side. Well, to go. To go and go toward the top, where all the work must be done. Aisha might destroy me too. Hopefully I can do the frosty reception. Hopefully.
Ahead lies Bitterspine Palace, home to the Baron and Baroness Bitterspine, and one of the many holdings of the Prince of Frost.
You have arrived at Bitterspine Palace, home of one of the Prince of Frost's vassals. You proceed with caution. Whether you're expected by the Baroness or not, Prince of Frost's cold reputation is known throughout the Feywild. The Prince of Frost stands before a throne overlooking the crowded ballroom. The Baroness
Doing
beside him.
these optionals.
However, the third throne on the dais stands empty. The air chills as the Archfey
and to
points a finger
deliver.
Why have you disturbed me with your presence, Outlander?
If I may, my prince, says the Baroness, a
Go,
connection
go,
in the
go.
summer court sent word of the Outlander's arrival. I have granted them an audience with me. I assure you, they will not disturb the ball. You're told that Osha loathes extravagant parties such as this one. He's likely to be avoiding the crowd somewhere, perhaps out on
7k.
the windward balcony. Squire Icebrook asks you to bring an urgent message to the Baroness. For reasons he will not divulge, this must remain a secret. The Baroness refuses to take your message in front of the Prince nor her guests. She tells you to meet her downstairs in the wine cellar. The door to the treasure vault is bolted
Joke's
shut.
on you. I have called
One
them
of the
short.
waitstaff knows how to get inside. A wave of relief washes over the Baroness's face as she scans the letter.
The
Baron
ice
is
creature
alive
would
and
be
safe.
easy to deal with.
Whatever he got himself into has kept him away from home.
Good.
Water elementals flood out of the treasure vault to confront the intruders. You hear a bell chime in the ballroom as you pull this lever.
There you go. Hi, Skellies. Second level.
You hear a bell chime in the ballroom as you pull this lever.
Maybe just in case. At least open that. And have access to the shrine. I should take all the chances I can to make it a success.
This door leads out to the windward balcony. From the dim gems on either side, you can see that it has been sealed to prevent guests from following Osha outside. The court advisor stares off into the distance. At the sound of your footsteps, Jones turns around and lets out a dejected sigh. Osha scoffs at you and refuses to hand over the Aurora Garden key. Just as you open your mouth to reply, he attacks. Osha collapses to the floor. You grab the Aurora Garden key as he fades away. He'll wake up a little dazed on the plane of air, without any hard feelings, you hope.
Okay, I'll be alright. I'll be alright. Everything considered. Open. Open.
As soon as you shut your eyes, you hear a cold chittering. Open. The ice spider is already upon you.
Little kisses of death.
The ice spider shatters and dissolves into a snowy mist. Now that the creature has been destroyed, the head waiter will unlock the treasure vault for you. You step out into the snowy garden. A peculiar patch of grass grows in its center, along with a flower that emanates a magical, chilly aura. The flower crumples away into nothing in the palm of your hand, and instantly regrows in the soil. The newly sprouted flower glows blindingly
Come
for a
on.
moment, and, unexpectedly, a shockwave rocks the palace.
Let me pass. Oh, you.
To your surprise,
They
the
hurt
wall
a
is
whole
now
lot
covered in
more than I
twisting
thought.
vines and familiar flowers.
I thought I eradicated those flowers a millennia ago. Now they're everywhere.
The Prince of Frost.
Outlander, we will fix this. I'll turn you into a block of ice.
Squire Icebrook promised to give you something older than the palace as payment for delivering his message to the Baroness. Getting a rendition of an old folk song wasn't exactly what you had in mind. Lady Lazuli informs you that there were only 2 Eladrin nobles she didn't recognize in attendance tonight. She knows who can tell you more. Sir Snowdrift, the resident social butterfly of the Prince of Frost's court. Sir Snowdrift tells you that Lord Beryl was last seen slinking off to the kitchen in search of a fresh bottle of wine. Then he shoos you out of his crowd of adoring nobles.
Well, I did dodge one. Skipped
The
one
Countess does not tell you
encounter.
anything of note about the other party guests. However, she seems quite scandalized by your lack of knowledge about Chef Tartine's famous mulberry tarts.
Nope. I'm gonna have to play hard to get. They can trick me. They can trip me.
Lord Beryl says that Dame Allegra has gone to explore the Prince of Frost's quarters. Speaking with her is the next step in solving this plant puzzle.
What a puzzling thing. That's so pain. Oh, pain. Miss Allegra.
A group of palace guards stand at attention in front of the Prince of Frost's quarters. You have to defeat them in order to enter.
$69 remnants. What sort of
A
luck
Eladrin
do I
noble
have?
stands at the base of the stairs that lead to the Prince of Frost's quarters. This must be Dame Allegra, the mysterious newcomer you're looking for. Dame Allegra saw a hooded
And now the
stranger
end
plant a
fight.
frosted cerise in the garden. She bids you to follow her there, so she can help you search for clues about the culprit. You notice a bizarre painting depicting the Wintertide Ballroom. To your surprise, you're able to step through it and into the ballroom itself. Dame Allegra stands in the center of the garden. She lets out a low chuckle.
How did you like my Little prank.
Cadence.
Riling up that gloomy prince always entertains my master here, some.
Allegra transforms before your eyes. You recognize her new form as Cadence, the night hag, who caused such trouble for the gatekeepers back in Stormreach. Cadence pants.
I think that's enough taunting for one day. I'll let my pretty petals finish you off.
With a mad cackle, she vanishes.
Mad shambles.
A shambling mound rises to attack.
Party crashers. I need them down. That shambling series. I might be able to self-heal.
Mass of flowers and vines crumbles into ash. Yet it leaves behind one last frosted cerise flower.
Oh, I went out too quickly. Was supposed to pick up that flower. Whoopsie.
You pluck the frosted cerise flower from the snow. This time, the bloom stays in the palm of your hand, instead of crumpling away into nothing. Return to the Baroness to tell her what
Ew.
happened.
Let me pass. I beg ya.
Though the prince himself would never admit to it, the Baroness tells you he is in your debt for thwarting the Night Hag's scheme. And now that you have the frosted cerise, you're one step closer to waking Lord Arden.
Ahead lies Bitterspine Palace, home to the Baron and Baroness Bitterspine,
Before jumping
and one of the many holders
back there,
of the Prince of Frost.
I'm gonna do the Iceland Cursed first.
Snow drifts into the open gateway of the abandoned lodge. You spot Hirsam, the Prince of Satyrs, through the gate.
We meet again, Bear. I see you're still here, carrying out your duties.
Ah,
You know that I am bound to this place, Prince. It was your command.
You don't seem very enthusiastic about it. As it happens, I'm about to have a very important meeting here, and I don't wish to be disturbed. I'll need some guards. Reliable guards, not a grumpy old flea bag like yourself. Let's see. Yes, that should do it. Don't bother to get up, Bear. I wouldn't want to interrupt your busy schedule.
The bear looks up at you. He's known you were there all along.
You might as well come in.
He grumbles as he opens the gate. The bear agrees to help you find the Baron, but first you must bring him 3 items.
them topiaries. a sound of cruelty. A nymph. And you sting as well. Gotta go take care of you all. That got him.
The gnome baker tells you that he doesn't have any owlbear butter. A gingerbread golem that he created has run off with his entire supply, along with a collection of delectable custard-filled cakes.
Sugar and butter and flour too.
I cannot pop it with a range attack. I'm forced to be sticky.
Bake a cake to make someone new.
And the bad thing is that I'll be sticky for 20-30 seconds. Like this game needed more slug.
The portal flickers to life, and a dark figure steps through.
There you are, Archfey. I have come as you requested. Have you obtained the Codex pages?
With the same magic that turned Brent into me.
Naturally. No, it took some doing. The mortals gave my hanks a bit of trouble, but once I was concealed by the enchantment, I was able to make off with the pages and leave those druids the what?
I'm going to make a whole friend army.
Let us be done with this. Hand over the pages.
Now, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Oh yeah, it can curse me.
How can I be sure that you'll deliver what you've promised?
Simolas.
All that's left of the gingerbread golem is a huge pile of crumbs. Amid his remains, you find a large pot of owlbear butter.
You ask much. You wish to transform the entire Feywild.
I wish to restore the Feywild. Return it to what it was before the Eladrin littered it with courts and palaces. This was once a place of unfettered freedom, touched only by the pure heart of nature.
Nature, yes, you needn't worry about that. I have a place that civilization has never touched. A place where nature is unbounded. All you need do is open the door, and nature will flow forth like a flood.
You open the door and step into the massive sky oak, only to find yourself plummeting down to it.
Oof. The damage stacks pretty fast. Very much so. Now to work out a puzzle. Need of lights. I don't feel like activating some traps by incidents.
A blob of sky oak sap seeps out of the massive tree. You pick up the sticky sap.
Taking
What could
it.
the bear possibly want with this?
Not if I'm Marian. Oh boy.
With the branch out of the way, a strong current of air blows up from deep inside the tree.
Hopefully I can kill it fast enough before it uses its eye. Because that will be ugly so
You
fast.
keep talking about this door, well and good. What I need is the key.
The key is my secret for now. You'll receive it when the time is right. We will arrange one more meeting, where we'll make our exchange. Yet, as you seem impatient, so I have brought a gift. A corrupted unicorn. A breed found nowhere in this place. You'll find they make effective servants.
Effective spies, you mean? But no worries. I'll find a use for them, I'm sure.
Remember, Archfey, you're not the only one who can do me this service. Yet if you fulfill your word, I will fulfill mine. Farewell.
It just blows up. 16's a failure. My save is done easily. But disabling? No, no, no. This is a little harder than that. Oh no, no. Did these plants try to... At least these spiders are still as ever really frail. until I find a champ.
A massive figure looms in the murk ahead. You found one of the Fomorians, twisted giants who live in the caverns beneath the Feywild. Strip the gloves off of the dead Fomorian, and they immediately shrink down to your size. They're magic, of course.
Goody. Goody, goody, goody.
You don the giant's gloves, reach deep inside the bear's mouth, and pull out an elaborate. A black unicorn bursts into the room, and a voice sounds in your mind. You have tampered with one of Pearson's servants. My new master demands that you be punished for your injuries.
Ouch.
Says he knows a secret that could defeat Hearsam. You should deliver the news to Winwood Hall. You can use that information to plan your next move.
Yeah, not her 100k.
Ahead lies Bitterspine Palace, home to the Baron and Baroness Bitterspine, and one of the many holdings of the Prince of Frost.
The Prince of
That
Frost
one might be
glowers
one
down
that
at
I'll
you.
have to do a
Yes?
skip.
Why have you come here? Out with it!
The Prince of Frost chuckles, but his eyes remain cold and
Well,
hard as they bore
I
down
guess
at
I'll
you.
start by the village.
You come asking for favors when you impose on me by your very presence? Not many would dare to overstep so cavalierly. But as I feel numb with tedium, I will allow it. You will
Hopefully
perform
I
the
can
fate
deal
I
with
have
it.
set you. Only a death like request.
The Prince of Frost waves his hand, and a trio
And
of
if I
portals
don't-
open nearby.
Go, and be quick about it. Each second you stand here is a second of my patience being siphoned away.
An injured guard calls out to you. You there! You have the look of an adventurer. The villagers have been captured and dragged off by those brutish Fomorians. I'm in no shape to do anything about it. Rescue them, please. I beg of you. You overhear an argument between the Fomorians. Perhaps there's some way to take advantage of this strife?
Lurch.
Lurtz gives a loud yell and attacks. In the distance, you can hear crew running to assist.
Cannot deal with both at the same time. Especially since their heavals goes quite far. I'd have to play carefully there. Lost my centrifuge. Cannot be safe enough. I knew that it would be the toughest fight. Might be doable with some sort of cheese. As they are so big. Crush Glimmer Fist. Okay, I think I can complete it. That fight just took a little more time and going to cover a lot. But I can. I most certainly
The Fomorians
will.
have been defeated, and the village is now safe.
Good. Good, good, and good. No more problem with there. The hardest part is done. Now I can just do the easier.
Refrain, one of the Prince of Frost's favorite venues. A number of griffins are perched throughout the amphitheater. They look at you apprehensively, but make no move to attack. You skillfully tend to the griffin's wounds. In time, the griffins will be able to return to their usual lairs. The amphitheater can now return to regular use. That takes care of one favor for the Prince of Frost. The tramp of approaching boots echoes through the amphitheater. Then a vicious voice calls out,
The one to bring me the matriarch's head gets an extra share of gold!
The hunters have caught up to the injured matriarch, but she is in no condition to fly. You find yourself inside the base held by the rebel bandits. The Prince of Frost wants you to retrieve a wine chalice that they stole. The bandits said something about needing to get the patrolling sentries to wake everyone up. It may be possible to sneak past the sentries and through the sleeping bandits without needing to fight.
I hope so. That's for one rune. Nothing there. Nothing there as well. Nope. 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 Alright, too close. I'll have to wait for it to finish its cycle. The least encounter, the better. Nearsighted sentry. Nothing. There it is. You did not see me. You did not see me.
This is the missing wine chalice that the Prince of Frost requested. Now that you've done these 3 favors for the Prince of Frost, perhaps he'll return one.
Yeah, get all your stuff.
To once again even the scales, the Prince of Frost agrees to lend you his powers in reaching Hirsum's fortress. You can now proceed with the final part of your plan. trading Hearsom's needle for the codex pages.
They're not at a win when you don't have the gear. Oh.
Ahead lies Bitterspine Palace, home to the Baron and Baroness Bitterspine, and one of the many homes
Alright.
of the Prince of
I can
Frost.
go move down. Oh. Onto the corruption. While on Heroic I avoid doing the corruption. I feel like Immortality Lesson would be a death sentence at 28. Definitely will do it at 29. And do that in
Within the
reverse.
distance of just a few short steps,
But
the temperature plummets, and snow covers the ground.
that would
Whatever
be
caused
pain.
this sudden change in the climate surely wasn't natural.
I needed pain.
A vast tree reaches upward to the sky, yet some form of corruption has gripped its roots, slowly twisting and transforming this ancient sentinel of the forest.
At the same time, I'll get the favors. Since I did not do it on Heroic, that quest.
These root tunnels are full of life, yet something seems off. A sense of unease hangs in the air. Time to find the source of the corruption you've been asked to stop. An ugly red magic barrier blocks the way down to the tree's heart. A strange red light fills these root tunnels, draining away the life in them. The barrier flickers out as the first orb is destroyed. As the second orb shatters, that sense of unease you felt fades a bit.
Ouch.
The barrier collapses when the third orb is destroyed, lifting the sense of dread from this area. A second barrier blocks the path down. You expect there are more orbs coming.
At least it's instant death on them when I crit. Not doing the optional. I have enough pain as it stands.
From the root orbs and attack.
Come on, little plants. Although the Thorn Right fight can be quite dangerous. But most things are vulnerable to crits. Fire beetles.
Your sense of dread and loss mounts as you explore this portion of the tunnels.
Ouch. Bad shambling. I don't need a whole lot of hit to get them. But it goes both ways.
With the final orb in the northern root tunnels destroyed, crackling sounds footsteps can be heard from the barrier.
One little side and not the other.
The root tunnel lurches suddenly as several blights form.
Oh, I feared one of them. I did not know that plants could fear. Fire beetles. I guess I'm lucky so
The roof
far.
tunnel ahead looks nearly dead. It's begun to rot away in places.
No red crown champions. Back there.
A shudder of relief passes through the tree's roots as the last orb in the northwest tunnel shatters. With the orbs gone, the second barrier collapses in on itself with an audible crackle.
Good. And nobody's chasing me either. Vive the cheese. Oh my amore. Sneaky cheese.
Corrupting magic pours down the corridor in palpable waves, draining life from the tree.
But the cheese will have to end. I won't be able to cheese Void Fang. And he's a sort of ice today. Ugh.
The Fomorian Terror. Stop them, Void Fang! The Guldias tree ritual must not be interrupted.
Ouch, ouch, ouch. No. Bad blight, do not trip me. No, 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 no. At least with red names, there's no champ status.
With a single magic word, the Fomorian snaps the barrier back into place. However, you notice a crack in the base of the barrier you can squeeze through. Here holds the Blight Master snarls. Turn back, burn. You're more powerful enough to stop me from turning this into a Guldias tree.
God no. I am helpless. When they decide to curse, they really curse. Go, go,
The
go.
the Blight Master crumples to the ground, gasping. Lord, it was so close. So close.
And I got ya.
Valerian is dead, and the ritual ended. All that's left is to tell the pixies it's safe to return to the blessed tree.
Good lord. They can just drain all my strength. But the corruption is out. It is out. Now onto the torn right. Torn right. There's rocks.
A deep voice booms through the cavern. Turn back, stranger. Weak reeds are not welcome in my wood. Any who linger will be put to the test.
These beetles are much more healthy than in the corrupted tree, it would seem. Spidey. I see you there.
A dryad leaps from the tree. Sensing your surprise, she motions for you to speak with her. The dryad calls
Yeah,
for the
let's
test to
start
begin,
this.
and creatures instantly spring to the attack.
Oh yeah, forgot a feed that I have, that I did put on my bar last life. And it's just now that I think about it, and I won't have the time to use it. Hopefully I can stun them animals. Ravens. More doggies. They don't seem to be good at climbing that little rock. Them rock elementals. You can do all the meteor swarms you want.
Complete the test.
It
Dryad
won't be
joins
that
the fray
easy.
herself.
Freaking Earth Elemental. Twice in a row I fail my save against that Earth when I'm trying to kill it as fast as possible. Off you go. Now them fire beetles.
The Dryad calls for a halt to the battle. You neither bend nor
Good,
break.
let me pass.
The Thornright is willing to see you. You may enter.
Ah,
She makes a gesture.
yeah, the needle.
A gnarled woodwolf carefully picks through a pile of brambles, plucking out the largest and sharpest
Bright
thorns.
shine.
Surely this is the Thornright. The Thornright explains that he crafted a magic needle for Hissam. A needle that now contains Hissam's immortality. The Prince of Satyrs then took that needle to some place called the Treasure Grove.
Alright, now actually put my emergency button. Marshall. Where is it? Uncanny dodge. There you are. Right now, right now, right now. Yeah. Now it's there. It will give me so much dodge. Emergency buttons for survival. Better than rolling my... Well, it's still rolling my luck. Well, giving me greater luck. Another witch hunt.
Have you come for the hag? Asks the master of the hunt. My hunters report she don't let her prey use one of the portals. Use these banners to summon my huntsman. The hag will try to avoid the huntsman. That doesn't mean, though, they're invincible. Where would the sport be in that? Muses the master of the hunt. Each of my huntsmen are bound to the hunt. But when you remove their banner, you free them of their service. What they do with their freedom is your problem, not mine.
I
The
will
master of
need
the hunt
these.
chuckles. If you like, you could defeat wild beasts out there to gather more lost banners. Then use them to corral the hag towards me.
Oh no, I'll
Story.
use the
She will
cheese.
find true
get
depth
through.
in fire.
Cheese is all what I need.
The air nearby tingles with magic. It seems to be coming from up above. If you got to higher ground, you could look for the source of this disturbance.
Now getting the recipe that Cadence gave. Got that thing.
Oh, where did I put it? Where did it go?
Beatrice mutters, rubbing her hands.
Oh, Cadence will have my head, and Hirson will turn us into worms.
No. Oh God. I've made everything angry at me. That's not optimal.
Fool! You walked right into a trap. Right, master of the hunt. Your bitter tale comes to an end.
Getting them red caps. Ah. Come to me. I'm not fighting you there. From there, she should not be moving. And I should take care of them before they grow way too numerous. For me to deal with. $300. No. Okay, using the banners was not smart of me. At least like that I can take them one by one. Or rather in party of twos.
Most impressive.
Hello
Was the
there,
master of the
Avel.
May this
Hope you had a
treasure serve
beautiful
you
Monday.
Today, you
Oh,
proved yourself a worthy hunter. And worthy
welcome by. Oh, that was pain. Which do I want to skip? Face tag could be okay, but with the change of whatever the needle's going through, might be hard to deal with. Might be better off doing immortality lesson than face tag. Yeah, I'd be pretty tight until 29. At 29 it wouldn't be a problem at all. But my damage not good enough right now. How are you, Havel? Witch Hunt was slightly cheesed. I will go deal with the kelpies. There is no right cap to deal with in immortality.
You make your way deep into the Kelpie's underwater grotto, protected by the Eladril's magics. Now, where is the lost keepsake you were sent to find?
Sea lions. This one should be an easy one.
You
And
hear
the
murmur
moment that I
of
can get
confused
the saga
voices coming from
29.
overhead.
And in case you have some curiosity, I am playing an assassin Vistani with a little side of monk. 18 rogue, 2 monk. With some, well, all the way through Vistani. The 18 rogue is to get my inside bonus to critical multiplier. The ninja is mostly for the reduced threat generation. That I don't understand why the rogue assassin does not have. But it does complement pretty well.
A magical light fills this chamber and glints off of something mounted to the back wall.
They crit me for 500. Retreat. Or there is a champion in that stack. It is to not be underestimated. Off you go. Cray
The first lever is
fish.
pulled, and a deep rumble travels through the water.
How many cookie was you ward? 9 cookies. Measly 9.
A strange noise, distorted by the water, comes from further down the corridor. It sounds like growling. A magical barrier blocks the main corridor, preventing you from exploring deeper into the caves.
Not too bad.
The light filtering through this shallow pool illuminates a lever set into the far wall.
Getting these spells out.
There's an audible pop as the second lever is pulled and the barrier in the main hall dissipates.
This little one did retreat.
A group of Kelpies rushes in to block the path.
End-to-end fight.
Come for the bauble, have ye? You're not the first. Booms and
an exceptionally large and powerful kelpie as it charges.
Every time we take it, the Eladrin sends someone to fetch it back. It's an endless supply of fresh fare for us.
Marcana. Yes, that's a fate point.
The Kelpie Lord calls out.
We can see you're no easy prey, but the struggle makes the feast all the sweeter. Elementals, attente!
Oh, hi there. I did not see you there. Elemental. So wherever they walk, I'll be slowed up. Okay then.
The Kelpie Lord falters, then collapses, diffusing into clumps of ragged weeds. You spot the Eladrin's lost keepsake perched atop a nearby
83k.
chest.
Almost at level 29. Considering that I ETR today back to level 20 and nearing 29. Face stack or nay? I rather deal with her, Sam. If I have to pick my poisons, I will be picking it. That large circle. I'll get my prizes now. But I cannot wait to get my bigger gear. I didn't even took the quest. Well, here you come. Come to me. To immortality. Feywild. Ooh. And there I go.
You arrive at Hearsome Stronghold after a long climb up the ice staircase. The Prince of Satyrs is near the entrance, playing a melody, while his servant Hermia flits nearby. Hearsome looks up, not at all surprised to see you.
Ah, here at last.
Here's
I trust you didn't get frostbite. Welcome to Duskfall Overlook, a prime example of my vision for the Feywild's future, as well as its past.
This door has been sealed with a magic incantation. Only the 2 watchwords can unlock it, which Hearsome has hidden in the stone.
See how the birds and the deer, the trees and the vines have reclaimed the ruins of this Eladrin.
Hermia.
Here we say goodbye to the useless conceits of the Eladrin courts, to the home they have on our world. You seem impatient to start your duet with me. Worry not. It will begin soon, but first, I hope to teach you about what I want to achieve. Once you complete the lessons I have designed, we will speak again. But until then,
Fearsome bows, then disappears. A curious door glimmers into view. Even curiouser, it vanishes mere seconds after it appeared. You decide to keep your eye out for it as you complete Hissam's lessons. You tumble out of
I
breath
will take
into a
that
shaded
15
grove,
kicks
where Hissam's
for
herd
free.
of corrupted unicorns stands in the grass.
Thank
Scar
you very
regards
much.
your presence in the grove with obvious disdain. But she tells you about the deal she made with Hissam. That she and her herd may roam free in the remade Feywild, pillaging and ruling the land Hissam grants them as they see fit. Dust motes drift through the air, while cobwebs choke the corners of this corridor.
Alright,
Hissam's
what
voice
are
floats
the
in the air,
items?
coming from everywhere and nowhere at all.
I have provided you with a
Golden
feast
egg
for the senses.
cake.
Once you
apple.
and your fellows are ready, step up onto the table. But
Nature.
be aware. You'll be shut in until you've learned your lesson. Or you meet your doom.
You're surprised to discover that a watchword has been hidden within this object. You hear a loud rumbling noise, which strangely reminds you of a yawn. The door slams open, and Morian walks out into the chamber.
Finally! More Eladrin for supper!
Oh no. Worst thing that could happen is me falling on my booty.
Morian stumbles, then falls. You collected a watchword and killed the hungry Fomorian. Now you are free to leave the Hall of Objects. With a
Oh,
new
I
understanding
definitely
of
leave
Hissam's
it.
ideals.
And go get this second watchword. Thank you very much. Although I'm still not out of the egg. Or the basket. I want his views
A
for
satyr
DDO
and a
right
small
now.
band of musicians stand in a crumbling amphitheater. The satyr flashes and spots you. Hissam's voice drifts into your ears. A far-off strain of music.
Now it's time for you to learn, Mug. See this band of revelers before you. Best bet, and you will be given the gift. Use it wisely.
As you step into the amphitheater, a portcullis slams shut behind you.
Little fiddle, to never forget, I shall play you a little of music.
Standing by a weak section of playing the fiddle has revealed another section of this wing. Hissam's voice booms into your ears.
So, you mastered the beige fiddle smash. Good. If you dream of finding the watchword or a way out of here, you'll need its music.
And more fights. Little fairies out. Need to go over there. No miss. Clean kills. Horde of Hoarder. The harpies die first, then the little phase, then the satyrs. And let me climb up these vines. With the power of music, everything can be dealt with.
Gargoyle perches on a high ledge inside this room. Stretches out his counting arms. You look lost. Maybe I can help you find your way to live. The gargoyle flinches at your blow. A chunk of stone chips off his body.
Merely a lucky strike.
Tourmaline shudders as even more of his stone body chips off. One more strong blast should do the job. The gargoyle flinches, giving you the time to send a musical blast from the fiddle. The stone guardian splinters.
Great, an
shatters
infernal
into pieces
peck
before
there. Cannot let you dare, am I? Better renew myself. Like people in the village of Asterix and Obelix says to the bard of the village, nobody wants to listen to you.
Crystal on the wall lights up when you pull this lever.
And then you receive whatever. I don't even remember the name of the bard of Asterix and Obelix. He's so inconsequential. Taking my rest there. I did turn the lever. I feel like I've forgotten something though. Because usually I can just open that door. And no matter. That section is also over.
A solitary gargoyle statue rests in this chamber.
Honest.
Now that you have collected both watchwords, you can unlock the door to the roof. The root barrier disappears. Behind it, you notice a strange ring of mushrooms that has sprung up in the soil.
Last bit of music. I was not careful enough.
This door matches the one you used to enter this labyrinth. You found the exit. Now that you have the watchword, you're free to leave.
Honest nature.
You clear your voice and speak the watchwords aloud. The door rumbles and creaks open, revealing the path to
Through the
roof.
end fight.
You can confront Hearsome at last. You step out onto the roof of Duskfall Overlook. The arena
Congratulations are in order,
Hearsome says.
you've made it this far, but I have just one tiny lesson left. All you see before you is an illusion. Mementos of what the
An
Feywild is
illusion.
now, and what I so wish to destroy.
Two familiar figures shimmer into view. Illusory
64%.
versions of Lord Arden and the Prince of Frost.
These two forms allies stand in my way. Strike down these so-called friends of yours, and I'll reveal myself.
Then Lord Arden's illusion springs into motion.
Here comes the trash. Spirits. Bad cushies.
The illusory Lord Arden falls to the ground. Your next challenge turns to face you. Vision. Fearsome Prince of Frost.
You're lucky you put that circle there. Trying to keep my lattices for these spawns. And I checked, misclicked. Oh, that will need patience until timer is down. Up close and personal.
The fourth prince falls, shattering in a spray of ice.
Victory!
The gleaming walls of the room dim.
Victory!
Fearsome whistles and applauds as he appears.
Yes!
I hadn't imagined you'd be so ruthless. I wonder how your little lord and that bitter archfey would feel, knowing how easily
Yes, I
you've been
totally
angered.
have your needles. Have it.
The lesson is now complete. You have earned your audience at last.
The Prince Gauntlets. Oh, a
Before
salve
you can
soul.
leave, a cold, commanding voice peals out.
What have you done? We had a deal.
How many of
Hearsome.
these do I have?
To be sure.
replies Hearsome.
A bargain.
3
a
of
bargain.
them.
And I will deliver.
Oh.
In time. I've simply
Off you go,
these
animals.
codex pages to these mortal adventurers.
Boom.
They have such short lifespans. After all, it would be no trouble to bring them to you when they die. Essentially, your three should do it.
I will not forget your
Saga
influence, Archfey.
obtained.
Snaps the mysterious stranger.
And you, mortals. I will not forget you either. I will have those codex pages if I have to pry them from your cold, dead hands.
I'll try during the Isle of Dread. Mystery Shadow. Wait, only needle in the face tech skipped. Yes. Gimme. Gimme all the XP. And now to go to 29 and set up my gears. Now I may have power. Turn set. Legendary key lock for when I have to disable stuff. Come a little Tiara. And then everything. Oh yeah, I did get a new crown of the butterfly. No, that's firefly. Never mind then. You are coming there for now until I can use my level 30 gear. Gloves. My damage on the raptor tooth. And that can be all. Right. How's my armor piercing? Alright, both does not stack. So I can swap for the blossom. I don't think there's more that I need to do. %22 dodge. It's quite up there. 110 physical resist. Water. thank you for being there. It was Austrakear, and see you until next time. Have a good day, you all.